little bit of good news as far as that's concerned for New Orleans. The storm forecast from the National Hurricane Center is a little bit weaker, with landfall close to a Cat 1, maybe 90-mile-per-hour winds. Yesterday, that was basically suggesting about 100-mile-per-hour winds. On the flip side, it does look like it's coming closer to New Orleans. In fact, that right side of the storm could be moving right over top of New Orleans. So here's the big picture. Here's Francine over there in the western Gulf of Mexico. Two waves out here. Yes, a 70% chance for development, but it looks like these will recurve. I'll show you that coming up. This is the one we're watching, of course, and it has now, remember yesterday it was kind of drifting closer and closer to the coast. It's now turning to the north-northeast, movement north-northeast at 8 miles per hour, winds at 65. It was like that yesterday afternoon and all night last night. However, it is forecast, and it looks even better right now if you look at the satellite. It's forecast to start to increase in intensity throughout the day today. It does look like it's getting better organized, and I would expect close to 80 miles per hour by late this afternoon or this evening. Here's the forecast, and it's saying by this evening we've got 75-mile-per-hour winds. That would make it a hurricane. Right now it's a tropical storm, and then 90-mile-per-hour winds by early on Wednesday morning. Tomorrow morning, you can see landfall is midday tomorrow in southern Louisiana, and of course New Orleans is right here. That would put the right side right over top of them. That's usually where you have the most rain and you have the most winds as well. So they'll have to watch for that. It does move right up along the Mississippi River as it falls apart over the next several days. Hurricane warnings now for most of that southern and southwestern coast of Louisiana. Forecast models in fairly good agreement, and I say fairly because any shift here will make it worse for one person and better for somebody else, and it does look like that's shifting to the right. And that looks like more like New Orleans having to deal with some more wind. This is the rainfall, obviously 6 to 10 inches or so. There's going to be different numbers, but I wanted to show you a bigger picture here because number one, they've had a ton of rain in southeast Louisiana over the past week. Plus, they're going to get this on top of it, and then it will extend all the way out in the panhandle of Florida. They're going to get quite a bit of rain out of this. Not much for us. Most of it will stay to our north and the west. There are the two models, the European and the GFS. You can see in fairly good agreement. I wanted to show you this view because that's that wave or those waves out in the Atlantic, with the back one basically being the best chance for development. And that looks like it wants to recurve. There are the islands. Once it gets this far to the north, there's a good chance it'll recurve, and that's what long-range models are suggesting. Today, September 10th, it is the statistical peak of hurricane season, which means it's downhill from here. But that doesn't mean anything about the season being over. We're right in the middle of the season, so you need to stay aware of the weather throughout the season, and we will, of course, keep you updated right here.